There is a sound that negative energy cannot withstand. A sound that, when activated, creates a shield of protection around you, making you unbeatable. This is not a metaphor. It is an ancient technology left by Thoth, the Egyptian master of wisdom. He discovered a specific frequency that disintegrates chaos, envy, and fear before they even reach you. And in this video, I'm not just going to tell you what this sound is. I'm going to give you the exact words, the sound key that the pharaohs used to become untouchable. Imagine never feeling drained again after a conversation or walking into a space and feeling your energy being sucked away. This power is hidden in your own voice, just waiting to be activated. What you're going to learn here isn't a complicated ritual, but a simple activation code that can instantly change your reality. Stay with me until the end, because the secret that's been kept for millennia will be revealed today, and your life will never be the same. If you're ready to awaken this power, comment below. I am immune. Sound is the medicine of the future. Have you ever walked into a place and felt an unexplainable chill, like the air itself had become dense and heavy? Or maybe you felt completely drained after a conversation with someone, even if the topic was trivial. That feeling, that invisible weight that sucks your energy, is not your imagination. The ancient sages had a name for it: negative energy. It's not some old superstition, it's a real force, a low-frequency vibration that feeds on chaos, stress, and fear. It operates in the shadows of your awareness, draining your vitality, clouding your thoughts, and sabotaging your happiness without you even realizing it's there. This invisible force is like an energetic parasite. It latches onto you during moments of weakness, settles into spaces filled with sadness and anger, and grows stronger with every doubt-filled thought you entertain. You feel it as a tiredness that won't go away, a constant irritation with no clear reason, or that sense that nothing is going to work out. It's a subtle disorder, a chaotic frequency that disconnects you from your own essence, keeping you stuck in a cycle of stagnation and frustration. And until you learn how to deal with it, you'll continue being a silent victim of its power. Many try to fight it off with complicated methods, charms, or rituals that promise protection. But the truth is that this energy fears something much simpler and more fundamental, something you already have but may have never learned to use. There's a primal force capable of disintegrating this disorder and instantly restoring harmony. It's not an object you buy or a favor you ask for. It's a vibration, a specific sound that, when activated, makes the environment uninhabitable for any frequency that isn't peace and power. This subtle technology is not a modern discovery. Thousands of years ago, in the beating heart of ancient Egypt, a civilization of masters and sages had already mastered the science of vibrations. They didn't see the world as solid matter, but as a symphony of frequencies. They knew that for every chaotic force, for every off-key note in the orchestra of life, there was a corresponding harmonic frequency that could neutralize it. They understood that reality is not fixed, but something that responds to sound and intention. And the great master of this knowledge, the guardian of the sound that dispels the shadows, was a legendary figure. This sound key, left to us by Thoth, is not just a sound, but a knowledge so deep that it could give its possessor the power to create and destroy worlds using nothing but the force of their voice. This was Thoth's domain, the divine scribe of Egypt, the architect of universal wisdom. He wasn't just a deity worshipped in stone temples, he was the embodiment of cosmic intelligence, the mind that understood the blueprint of reality. Thoth knew that the universe isn't made of solid, inert matter, but of an infinite ocean of dancing vibrations. And whoever learns the language of vibration learns the language of creation itself. Legends say that Thoth recorded his deepest secrets not on fragile papyrus but in a set of mysterious and indestructible artifacts, the Emerald Tablets. In these sacred texts, he didn't write laws for men or stories of gods, but the mathematical formulas of reality. He taught that sound, when combined with focused intention, becomes the most powerful tool of alchemy there is. It can heal the physical body, calm the restless mind, and, most importantly, create an impenetrable energy field against any kind of negativity or psychic attack. Thoth understood that negative energy, at its core, is like an off-key note in the cosmic orchestra. It causes discomfort, generates chaos, and pulls everything around it into a state of disharmony. To correct it, you don't need to fight it, because fighting disorder only creates more disorder. You just need to strike the right note with the right purity and intensity. This note, this sacred sound he mastered, acts like a universal tuning fork, forcing everything around it to vibrate in harmony with its higher frequency or simply shatter and disappear. He didn't see protection as a wall, but as an emission, a vibrational field that radiates from the inside out, so powerful and harmonious that no low frequency can penetrate it. Thoth's wisdom reveals that true invincibility doesn't come from brute strength, but from the purity of your own vibration. When you become the highest and clearest note in the room, the lower noises simply fall silent in your presence. They have no choice. Order always overrides chaos when the source of that order is strong enough. The great mystery, however, wasn't just knowing that this sound existed, but how to activate it. The priests of the Nile spent decades training to tune their voices and minds to reach this frequency. They learned that every vowel, every consonant, when pronounced a certain way, could direct the energy of the universe. They turned their bodies into musical instruments, capable of playing the symphony of creation. And this ability wasn't a divine gift given to a few, but a science that could be learned. The question that echoes through the millennia is, how do we find that exact note? How do we tune our being to resonate with this protective power? The secret to finding this exact frequency isn't locked in a vault or hidden in an indecipherable ancient text. It's closer than you think, hidden in the very structure of the universe and your body. And modern science, unknowingly, is beginning to stumble upon the same truths that Thoth mastered so long ago, proving that vibration is the key to everything. The occult science behind sound. Everything in the universe, from the most distant galaxy to the chair you're sitting on right now, is in a constant and perpetual state of vibration. Your thoughts are not just electrical impulses, they are frequencies. Your emotions are not just chemical reactions, they emit waves. Every cell in your body vibrates like a tiny motor, and the sum of all these vibrations creates your personal energy field, your unique signature in the cosmos. Negative energy, which once seemed like something mystical, can now be understood in terms of physics. It is nothing more than a low-frequency vibrational signature characterized by chaotic and irregular patterns. It is the frequency of fear, anger, resentment, stagnation. Think of the sound of fingernails on a chalkboard. That's the quality of this energy. It is dissonant, it contracts, and its nature is entropic. In other words, it tends to pull everything toward disorder and collapse. That's why it drains you and leaves you exhausted. On the other hand, the energy we call positive, the force of life, joy, love, and peace, vibrates at high frequencies with ordered, symmetrical, and expansive patterns. Imagine the harmonious melody of a symphony orchestra or the gentle sound of a waterfall. These frequencies uplift, heal, and organize. Your life experience in this very moment is a direct reflection of the dominant frequency in your energy field. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are, vibrationally speaking. And here is the great revelation that Thoth left for humanity. The turning point that takes you out of the role of victim and puts you in the driver's seat. We are not passive receivers of these frequencies. We are conductors. We have the innate ability and inherent power to change our own vibration, and as a result, the reality we experience around us. We are not at the mercy of the environment. The environment is at the mercy of our frequency. And the most direct, fast, and powerful tool to perform this inner alchemy is sound. Sound is the audible manifestation of vibration. It is the bridge that connects the invisible world of energy with the visible world of matter. It is the key that allows us, consciously, to tune our being with the harmonies of the cosmos, just like a musician tunes their guitar. When you learn to use sound as a tool, you stop being a leaf in the wind, carried by any passing energy current, and become the wind itself, able to direct the flow. You become immune to the dissonance of chaos. But how exactly can a sound destroy something as intangible and powerful as bad energy? How can a simple sound wave annihilate a force that drains life? The answer is not found in a battle of forces, but in a fundamental principle of resonance and wave physics. A principle so elegant and simple that once you understand it, your entire perception of power and protection changes forever. The answer lies in how order interacts with chaos. The mechanism by which sound annihilates negative energy is elegantly simple and brutally effective. It's not about a battle, because negative energy cannot be fought on its own terms. It's a dissolution, an imposition of order over chaos. Imagine you have a glass of murky water full of mud and dirt. You don't need to stick your hand in to try to filter the dirt out. If you begin pouring a continuous stream of clean, crystal-clear water into it, the dirty water will be forced out, overflowing until the glass contains only the clean water. Harmonic sound works exactly the same way. Negative energy, by its very nature, is disorganized. Its vibrational waves are irregular, unstable, and lack a cohesive center. It's like white noise, an energetic static. Sacred sound, on the other hand, is the very essence of order, structure, and divine geometry. Its sound waves move in perfect, symmetrical, and predictable patterns, creating coherent force fields. When this ordered and powerful vibration meets the chaotic frequency of negativity, it doesn't attack it. It reorganizes it by force. The higher vibration, through a law of physics called sympathetic resonance, imposes its pattern on the lower one. The chaotic waves are forced to choose, either align with the higher pattern, being transmuted into harmony, or simply dissipate, unable to sustain their disordered structure in the presence of such powerful order. It's like trying to keep a sandcastle standing during an earthquake. The weaker structure simply cannot coexist with the stronger force. It's exactly like turning on a light in a completely dark room. The darkness doesn't fight, it doesn't resist, it doesn't run. It simply ceases to exist. Why? Because darkness has no substance of its own. It is merely the absence of light. In the same way, negative energy is only the absence of harmony. Pure and sacred sound is light in vibrational form. Negative energy, like a shadow, cannot coexist with it. Where the sacred melody resonates, dissonance falls silent. Where the clear frequency vibrates, heaviness becomes light. When you truly understand this, you realize you never needed to defend yourself, shut down, or fight. You only need to emit the right frequency. The best defense is not a shield, but a sun that shines from the inside out. A vibration field so high and so pure that lower energies can't even get close. They're repelled or dissolved before they ever reach you. You become a black hole to negativity, not by absorbing it, but by disintegrating it with your light. And this is where Thoth's knowledge becomes practical. He didn't just tell us it was possible, he left us the exact keys to do it. He gave us the tools to generate this frequency of order. And while his knowledge is the original source, the wisdom of protective sound echoed throughout the world, manifesting in different cultures through tools that humanity has rediscovered over the centuries, as if they were echoes of a universal truth. The four sound guardians of humanity. These keys that Thoth left us were not confined to Egypt. The wisdom of protective sound echoed through civilizations like a seed planted in fertile soil, manifesting in different cultures through four main sound guardians that humanity intuitively rediscovered. The first guardian is the clear, penetrating sound of Tibetan singing bowls. Their metallic vibration isn't just beautiful to hear, it acts like a sonic sword of light, slicing through the energetic density of a space like a hot knife through butter, breaking stagnation and allowing vital energy to flow freely again. The second guardian, perhaps the most well-known, is the mantra. Sacred sounds like Om are not just words or syllables. They are considered the very pulse of the universe, condensed into an audible vibration. When chanted, their vibration doesn't just resonate in the air around you. It reverberates inside your body, aligning your cells, calming your mind's chaos, and harmonizing your energy centers. Negative energy, which feeds on mental chaos and anxiety, simply can't withstand that inner order and is forced to retreat. The third guardian is the deep, visceral pulse of the shamanic drum. Its low, rhythmic sound mimics the heartbeat of Mother Earth, a primordial sound that instantly connects us to the planet's life force. The steady, hypnotic rhythm of the drum leaves no space for mental confusion or intrusive energies. It acts as a call to order, a sound that grounds the spirit in the body, expels what doesn't belong, and awakens an ancestral memory of strength, belonging, and power that lives in our DNA. And finally, the fourth guardian, rediscovered by modern science, is pure frequencies, known as the solfeggio frequencies. Tones like 432 Hz, the frequency of natural harmony, or 528 Hz, known as the frequency of love and miracles. These pure tones, when heard, act like an invisible balm, a tuning fork that realigns your energy field and even your DNA with the divine matrix of perfect health and balance. Negativity, which thrives in disharmony, simply dissolves in the presence of these healing vibrations. Each of these sound guardians is an incredibly powerful tool on its own, attacking disorder in a unique way and revealing that the universe has a complete vibrational pharmacy at our disposal. They are proof that the truth about sound was scattered across the planet so that everyone could access it in some way. They are like different instruments in an orchestra, each with its own role, but all playing the same music of harmony. However, all of these guardians, powerful as they are merely echoes of an original sound. They are variations of a master vibration, a spiritual technology that Thoth not only understood, but encoded into a series of words. These echoes of sonic truth are powerful, but Thoth, in his infinite wisdom, did not leave behind only concepts or indirect tools. He passed on the spiritual technology itself in its purest and most concentrated form. Deep within his knowledge, he revealed a series of sacred words that belong to no known language on earth. They are not names of gods to be invoked, nor pleas for help to some external force. They are pure vibrational codes, sonic passwords designed to resonate directly with the energetic structure of the universe. These words of power are Untanas, Quertas, Chietal, Goyana, Huertal, Semveta, Ardal. Each one is an access key, a combination that opens a dimensional doorway. When spoken with intention and awareness, they transcend the physical plane and open a direct channel to a frequency of light so high and so pure that negativity, in any of its forms, simply cannot endure. The vibration emitted by each of these words acts like a cosmic tuning fork, instantly realigning your energy field and expelling any dissonance like thunder clearing the air. The power of these words doesn't lie in a hidden meaning the mind can translate, but in their physical and etheric resonance. Each syllable was meticulously designed to vibrate at a specific frequency that activates dormant energy centers within your body and purifies the space around you. They are the direct inheritance of a civilization that understood the sonic architecture of reality. When you chant them, you are not asking for help from an outside force. You are activating an innate ability to modulate reality through your own voice. Think of these words like software. Your intention is the command, and your voice is the enter key that runs the program. The program, in this case, is the imposition of divine order, of primordial harmony. Untanas initiates the connection. Quertus anchors the frequency. Chietal purifies the mental field. Goyana expands the protective light. Huertal seals the energy field. Semveta elevates the vibration to a higher level. And Ardal crystallizes the protection, turning it into a lasting shield. Together, they form a symphony of creation and defense. This is the direct legacy of Thoth, the magical sound he promised, the ultimate tool of protection. It is not a belief, but a technology, not a prayer, but an activation. It is your inheritance of power as a vibrational being. You have been given the keys that can unlock your highest potential and make you immune to the forces of chaos. Theoretical knowledge is the map, but the real journey begins when you decide to use that map to find the treasure. Now that you know the words, that you hold the codes, the question is no longer what, but how. How to use this technology effectively. How to turn these ancient syllables into a real and tangible shield of light in your daily life. The time has come to turn knowledge into power, to move from theory to practice. And now you will learn exactly how to use this power to shield your reality. The activation ritual of the sound shield. This is the crucial moment, the point where abstract knowledge turns into tangible personal power. To activate Thoth's protective sound and build your vibrational shield, find a quiet place where you won't be interrupted for a few minutes. It could be your bedroom, a silent corner of your home, or even inside your car. What matters is the intention to connect. Sit comfortably with your spine straight, close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. With each exhale, release the tension of the day, the worries of the mind, and bring your awareness into the present moment. Now, with a calmer mind, set a clear and powerful intention. Intention is the targeting system for the energy of sound. You can say mentally or softly out loud, "I now activate my sound protection shield. I am an impenetrable field of light and harmony." Feel the truth and power behind these words. Don't ask, don't wait. Declare you are giving a command to the universe and to your own energy field. The clarity of your intention will determine the strength of your shield. With your intention firmly set in your mind, begin to chant the words of power. Do it slowly, clearly, and deliberately. Don't worry about having the perfect pronunciation of an Egyptian priest. The strength is not in phonetic perfection, but in your ability to feel the vibration of each word resonating in your body. Feel the sound vibrate in your chest, in your throat, in your head. Become the sound itself. Start with the first word, feeling its energy, untanas. Continue the sequence, maintaining focus on the vibration. Feel the energy building with each word. Quertas, feel the frequency anchoring into the ground beneath you. Chietal, feel a wave of clarity cleansing your mind. Goyana, feel the light expanding from your heart. Huertal, feel a seal of protection forming around you. Semveta, feel your personal vibration rising to a new level. And then, with all your intention, pronounce the final word, Ardal. As you say Ardal, visualize with all the strength of your imagination a sphere of brilliant light, either a glowing gold or a deep violet, instantly forming around you. See this sphere pulsing, vibrating at the same frequency as the words you just chanted. Witness this light dissolving any patches of darkness, any knots of dense energy, any negative thoughts, both inside you and in the space around you. Feel the lightness, the clarity, and the strength filling your entire being. This ritual is not a request for protection. It is a declaration of your vibrational sovereignty. You are not asking to be protected. You are becoming the very frequency of protection. You have just aligned your energy field with one of the most powerful forces in the universe. You have become the tuning fork, and now everything around you that does not resonate with that harmony must step aside. But the real challenge is not to light that flame. The challenge is to keep it burning in the storm of daily life. True mastery, true power is not in doing this ritual once during a moment of crisis. It lies in integrating this vibration into your daily life so deeply that sound protection becomes your natural state of being, as automatic as breathing. Constant practice turns the ritual from an emergency tool into a permanent armor. Start your day with a sound bath. Before you even check your phone, take 5 minutes to listen to a 432 Hz frequency or the sound of Tibetan bells. Breathe deeply and let the vibration wash over your energy field, creating a shield of light for the day ahead. Adopt a personal power mantra. It could be one of Thoth's words that resonated most with you, like Untanas for connection or Ardal to seal your protection. Or it could be the simple and universal OM. Repeat it mentally during stressful moments, while stuck in traffic, before a big meeting, or when dealing with difficult people. The mantra acts as a vibrational anchor, a constant reminder that prevents your frequency from dropping to the level of chaos around you. It keeps your mind orderly and your energy field elevated. Use sound strategically in your environment. A small wind chime hanging by the window or front door is not just a decorative object, it's a sound guardian. Every time the breeze touches it, it emits a subtle cleansing, preventing dense energies from accumulating in your home. Playing playlists of instrumental music in 432 Hz while working or relaxing can keep the atmosphere harmonious and elevated, turning your space into a sanctuary of peace. The key is not intensity, but consistency and frequency of practice. One day of practice may bring temporary relief, but it's daily repetition, the discipline of aligning with harmony every single day, that builds a true vibrational fortress around you. It's like strengthening a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Over time, you won't even need to think about protecting yourself. Your very presence will become the protection. Your energy field will become so strong and coherent that it will automatically repel negativity. And this is where something even more incredible begins to happen. Constant practice doesn't just protect you, it begins to transform you on a fundamental level. You stop being a passive target of the world's energies and start becoming an active force that influences the environment. The journey of protection evolves into something much greater. You are about to discover that the ultimate goal was never just to defend yourself, but to become a source of light. From protected to protector, the transmutation of energy. When you consistently keep your vibration high through daily practice, a fundamental and inevitable shift occurs. You transcend the need for protection. You stop being someone who has to raise shields against negativity and become someone who transforms it passively. Imagine walking into a heavy environment where the air feels thick with arguments and resentment. Instead of feeling drained or affected, your simple presence, vibrating at a frequency of peace and order, starts to lift the energy of the place, without you having to do or say anything at all. Your harmonic frequency, now strong and stable, begins to act like the tuning fork we mentioned earlier, but on a larger scale. The chaos around you begins to reorganize itself to reflect your internal order. This is the true mastery taught by Thoth. It's not about building higher walls to isolate yourself from the world, but about becoming such a radiant beacon that darkness simply cannot remain in your presence. You become a walking energy transmuter, an alchemist who turns the lead of negativity into the gold of harmony. Think of a real-life situation. A heated argument breaks out near you. The energy of anger and conflict spreads through the air, looking for resonance, looking for more fuel to burn. But when that energy reaches your field, it finds a wall of serenity. It finds nothing to hold on to, nothing that vibrates at its frequency. So it dissipates, like a wave crashing harmlessly against a rock. Someone tries to manipulate you through fear. But the vibration of fear finds no place to settle in your field of peace and trust. You don't just protect yourself, you begin to actively protect your environment and the people around you, simply by being who you are. You contribute to the raising of collective consciousness with every breath, with every moment of presence. You stop being a leaf in the wind, susceptible to the currents of external energy, and become the wind itself, directing the flow, calming the storms. Your life stops being a reaction to events and becomes a conscious creation from your inner state. And it is exactly at this point in the journey, when you realize you've become a source of light, that the final secret reveals itself. A truth so deep it changes everything. You realize that Thoth's words, the mantras, the bells, all the tools you used were like training wheels on a bicycle. They were essential to teach you balance, to show you the path. But the real power, the true driving force, was never in them. The source of the most powerful sound, the purest and most protective vibration, was never in ancient words or sacred instruments. It has always been in a much more intimate place, much deeper. It has always been waiting inside of you. At the end of this journey, the truth becomes crystal clear, echoing across the ages. Darkness is not fought with more darkness, nor with shields or barriers, but with the simple and overwhelming presence of the light of conscious vibration. The magical sound of Thoth, the Tibetan bells, the sacred mantras, the shamanic drums, these powerful tools are, in reality, only keys. They do not create the light. They merely open the door to the light that has always existed within you, waiting to be released. Thoth's legacy is not carved in stone, it is coded in your own spirit. The ultimate protection against any form of negative energy is not a shield you raise in moments of danger, but a frequency you emit constantly from your own being. You are the instrument. Your thoughts are the notes, your words are the melody, and your intentions are the symphony itself. The responsibility is now entirely yours. In every moment, you have the choice of which song to play. You can choose the melody of peace in the midst of chaos, the vibration of love in the midst of fear, and become a pillar of order in a world that leans toward disorder. Negative energy can no longer defeat you, not because you learned a magic trick or a secret formula, but because you now operate from a dimension of consciousness where disharmony simply cannot exist. It's like trying to drown a fish. It lives in an element where drowning is impossible. You've learned to live in the element of harmony. The mystery is solved. Darkness dissolves in the presence of the sacred melody. And that melody is not something you learn, it's something you become. The power was never outside. The words of power, the rituals, the external sounds, all served a magnificent purpose: to awaken the memory of who you truly are. A being of light, pure consciousness, resonating in an infinite ocean of frequencies. They were the alarm clock that woke you from the dream that you were weak and vulnerable. Now that you're awake, you no longer need the alarm. You are the awakened consciousness itself. Let this knowledge not become just another fascinating theory in your mind, but a living, breathing practice on your path. Because when you make sound your ally and harmony your natural state, you discover the ultimate truth. The shadow never had real power over you. It only occupied the space you allowed, in the absence of your own light, in the absence of your own music. And in your heart you now know. The note has always lived there. The one note capable of making all the darkness disappear. Now you don't just know it exists. You know how to play it. If you've made it this far, it's because your soul was ready to hear this truth. You are no longer the same as when you began this video. The seed of power has been planted. To seal this new frequency, leave this phrase in the comments: "My vibration is my shield." Your journey and your energy are what give life to this channel. If this knowledge resonated with you and you feel called to help spread more content like this, there is a way to contribute more directly. In the first pinned comment, you'll find a way to support our work. Any help you can give is incredibly important to me and to the growth of this channel, allowing this message of power to reach more people who need to awaken. But understand this, even just reaching the end is already a huge help. Your attention and your energy are the most valuable gift. If you can't contribute financially, you can still help a lot by sharing this video with someone you feel needs to hear this. And before you go, your journey doesn't have to end here. I've selected a special video for you, the next step to dive even deeper into what we talked about and apply it even more powerfully in your life. Don't leave yet. Click on the video now showing on your screen, and I'll meet you there.